Skills 7, page 1. So it says which point represents 21 and 75 hundredths on the number line below. So again, I'm going to count my gaps. So I have here 20. I have my major points here. These are my whole numbers that I just highlighted. So this is 20, so I need to find out how much I have between here. So this right here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm in 1/4. So that means I know that this is going to be 20 and 25 hundredths, because 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths. So this could also be 20 and 1/4. Then I'm going to have 20 and 50 hundredths, same thing as 20 and 50 hundredths, or 20 and 2/4. Then I'm looking at L here, and this is going to be 20 and 75 hundredths. But am I looking for 20 and 75 hundredths? No, I'm looking for 21. Next would be, oh sorry, this would also be 20 and 3/4. Here, this would be 20 and 4/4, which is also equal to 21. Now I have 21 and 25 hundredths, and would be 21 and 50 hundredths. Next would be 21 and 75 hundredths. Then I would have 22. So I need to look for 21 and 75 hundredths. So my answer would be D, which is 0.0. Now let's go ahead and look at letter B. All right, so letter B says, on which number line does point R represent the distance of 3 and 95 hundredths from 0? Let's look at letter F. So let's count. How many times did it go up? It went 1, 2, and almost 3. But I needed to get at least to 3 and more. It needs to be close to 4. Is it close to 4? No, it's actually just close to 3. So this would be a good example of 2 and 95 hundredths. So F is not my answer. Now let's check here. I have 1, 2, 3, and it went all the way to 4, a little bit past 4. Is this supposed to be past 4? No, this is 3 and 95 hundredths. So G cannot be my answer. Let's look here. I have 1, 2, 3, and I'm almost making it to 4. So this could be close. This could be my maybe, because my number 3 and 95 hundredths is actually really close to 4. Now look at this. This is also really close to 4. Now let's look at J. This is 1, 2, and 3, and a little bit past 3. Well, I know 3 and 95 hundredths should be super close to 4. So between H and J, H should be correct. Now let's go ahead and work on our next one, which is letter C. So same thing as letter B. It says which one on the number line does point D represent the distance of 2 and 13 hundredths? So again, I look at this and I try to compare. Is this number going to be really close to 2 or really close to 3? That's right, it should be really close to 2. So I want to make sure and check each and every one of them. So it has to at least get to 2, so let's check. 1, 2. So it goes all the way to 2, and it goes a little bit past 2. So this is my maybe, because it is really close to 2. Let's try B. This is only going to 1, and it doesn't even get to 2. It doesn't even get to 2. But here in my decimal, I have 2 holes. This does not show that. This shows 1 and a number that is really close to my 2 as a whole. So B cannot be my answer. Now here I have 1, 2, and 3. Remember, I have 2 and 13 hundredths, but this goes past 3. So this is also going to show me 3 and a number. So is that correct? Nope. Let's go ahead and go to D and check here too. So I have 1, 2, and a little bit towards 3. So now I'm looking between A and B. So I look at 2 and 13 hundredths, and I have to compare. Is this going to be closer to 2 or closer to 3? Based on looking at the number, I know it should be closer to 2. If it's closer to 3, A should be my answer. Let's go ahead and lastly look at letter D. So now it says which point represents 65 and 3/10. So again, we're going to go ahead and go over this. So let's find our distance. This is our 64. And let's see which one would be, this would be our 65. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going by tenths. So it should be 64 and 1/10, 64 and 2/10, 64 and 3/10, 64 and 4/10, 64 and 5/10, 64 and 6/10, 64 and 7/10, and this is 64 and 8/10, 64 and 9/10. Lastly, we have 65. So I know U can't be my answer because it's not even past 65. So F is automatically out. Then I'm gonna have 65 and 1/10, 65 and 2/10. This is 65 and 3/10, 65 and 4/10, 65 and 5/10, 65 and 6/10, 65 and 7/10, 65 and 8/10, 65 and 9/10. And this lastly will be 67. Oh, sorry, 66. My bad. So I have B and W that are in between here. I'm looking for 65 and 3/10. Which answer choice gives me that? Point B. So G should be my answer.